made you a sandwich with bacon.
With bacon.
On the.
Yep.
I know. That's my boy, man.
It's
my boy.
Oh, hey, hello. Welcome back to the Fat Kid Diner. Bowden here, my cohorts Dan and Visage, and today we're going to be talking about the Quesalupa from Taco Bell. Now, if you're not too familiar with it, we'll have you take a look at the Super Bowl commercial.
Cheese in the shell.
This is gonna be bigger than man buns.
This is gonna be bigger than Tinder.
This is gonna be bigger than drones.
What? It's gonna be bigger than aliens!
Than aliens?
Oh, what's this? It's gonna be bigger than James Harden's beer!
This is gonna be bigger than those things.
It's gonna be bigger than football.
Real football.
The Quesalupa. It's gonna be bigger than everything.
So that there was their new commercial for the Quesalupa. What do you guys think?
I think it promises a big game. Going to be bigger than everything. I guess I'm a little skeptical just because I think it's a lot to deliver, but I'm anxious because it looks good.
It does. It looks pretty tasty. How about you, Visage?
I mean, it's definitely it advertises the product really well. But I mean, let's face it, it's no Yo Quiero Taco Bell for a Taco Bell commercial. It's a good ad. Not that great. It sells the product, but it's a lot in there, and not enough. Like it's just a lot of hype, and I don't hoping it can deliver, but you gotta be skeptical when it's got a lot of hype like that.
True. And I think it did do one good thing is when you have an ad that goes out, you want people to talk about it. That's true. George Takei at the end, laughing.
That was hilarious. I'm a big George Takei fan, so that was great.
A lot of cameos, but that's the best one.
Right,
I mean,
and him laughing with the little Quesalupas in the back. Oh,
yeah.
I mean, people are going to talk about it. So here it is, laid bare for us to see all. Visage, does it meet your expectations with its looks?
I mean, it looks pretty. One thing you can say about Taco Bell is they have the nicest looking food because tacos usually look pretty nice. It's hard to make them sloppy until you take that first bite. So it does look quite appetizing, and I'm getting pretty hungry.
Yeah, we'll get there. Yeah, you starting to eat already?
No, just taking a look.
What are you thinking about the look?
For someone that actually orders chalupas a lot from Taco Bell, it's got a little bit different texture and appearance than a normal chalupa does. They're usually a little more bubbly on the crust because it's almost like that fried tortilla type appearance or kind of texture. So I'm not getting that on mine, and I'm noticing on yours too. So I don't know how that's going to play, just appearance-wise. But other than that, like Visage said, I mean, it's a taco. Can't really go wrong with a taco.
Oh, true. I'd have to agree with that. The one thing that I am very curious about is, as you see in the commercial, when you break it apart, there's cheese.
Cheese stretch.
We're all curious about that.
Will it actually do it?
You gonna test it?
I'm gonna test it. You gotta give it a go. So
now these aren't nuclear hot. They're medium temperature.
Yeah,
so
but you still feel cheese.
It should still be stringy a little bit.
So let's break it.
Come on, use that strength.
I don't want to go everywhere.
Well, clearly doesn't break it.
All right, that's a little disappointing.
Yeah.
Can you actually see cheese inside the chalupa?
I do see hopefully mozzarella cheese, but I can see it.
It just does. It's
but
not
it just
straight.
strings,
It's not straight.
Yeah.
So appearance-wise, that dings it probably a little bit, but I mean, appearance and taste don't always go hand in hand. It should still probably taste pretty good.
Well, let's dig in.
All right, let's go ahead. Dive into the taste. And just so you guys know, we each have we're taste testing the beef, the chicken, and the steak.
Yep, there are 3 different ones here.
We each have a couple of each to give it a taste. So here we go.
Gentlemen, enjoy.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Not bad.
You can taste the cheese.
Very good.
Tasty.
Well, not too bad. Not too bad.
Muy bueno.
Could have been worse.
Always been worse. What'd you think?
It wasn't too bad. Just so we know for you guys know at home, I had the beef and the chicken. The beef was pretty good. Chicken, I felt like the chicken didn't have a lot of flavor. So you pretty much were only tasting, the sour cream and the lettuce and the chalupa itself. I honestly have to say, I don't know that it added a lot. Like I don't know that I got a lot of cheese flavor from the shell itself. I don't think it was bad by any means, but I guess I was a little underwhelmed from the advertisement and kind of the hype and just the idea of it. I was expecting probably a little bit more.
More cheese, cheese. Because I mean, the whole thing pulling the cheese and stuff.
Right.
You had the chicken as well. Do you?
Yeah. I had the chicken and the steak, and honestly, I kind of disagree. I thought the chicken had a lot of flavor. I mean, well, maybe not a lot, but it did. It had some flavor. It added something to it. It's nothing spectacular. I don't think it's anything that I'm jumping up in joy for. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But it was good. I definitely prefer the steak over chicken. Probably just personal preference. I always would prefer steak over chicken, but it didn't have an abundance of additional flavor. I would say there was something there, but it's not like advertised the game changer that it's promising to be. But
right.
It was good.
I'd say I had steak and I had beef, and I did find I enjoyed both of them. But usually when you see something you're expecting quesalupa, it's quesadilla, and a chalupa. I expected blast of cheese right there. And yeah, I mean you can tell cheese was there, but it didn't
overwhelm.
Right, which I wanted to be overwhelmed.
Right.
With cheese. I mean,
cheese. It's cheese.
Now you had mentioned earlier to us that you had not had a regular chalupa before.
I have not had a regular chalupa.
Neither have I.
So just to kind of compare it, which I have from Taco Bell, and to kind of compare it, personally, I think I would prefer a regular chalupa because I think the texture that you get from the normal shell, the normal chalupa shell, adds a little bit to the overall taco, and I feel like you lose some of that with the quesalupa. It's almost chewier, maybe a little tougher. Like you kind of saw it when you tried to break it. It took a lot of force to break it apart, and that's something that it's almost like this is a combination of a chalupa and one of their gorditas, which is more of like a pita that has a little more of a chewy texture. Yeah. One of the things that's nice about a regular chalupa is it's kind of light and airy and crisp, and so I think you, as much as yes, the cheese addition is nice, but I almost feel like if they would have just maybe lined the inside, not interior, but kind of the inside of the shell that like meets the meat and stuff, like line that with cheese, kind of thing. That might have been a little bit better.
I think the problem was with the way they designed it. They made it like almost like a thicker shell, and it's you would think they make it a thicker shell to put more cheese, but the amount of cheese in there didn't seem like enough. So it's like I'm eating a taco, but all I'm really tasting is the shell.
Right.
Yeah. You mean you get other flavors in there, but the shell is what stuck out the most, and it's like, well, I want it all. I want that's what I want. But
I think your line or your quote about wanting to be overwhelmed by the cheese is probably the best, because that's from them saying this changes everything, the game changer that they talk about in the ad. I think that is probably the best way to word it. I wanted to be overwhelmed by the cheese, and I wanted it to be just incredible amounts. And now I don't know how I'm going to live with myself. I mean, if I never have one again, I'm not going to be all that disappointed. I mean, I would eat it again, but I mean, it's not a game changer in my opinion on that.
I mean,
I pretty much do. I mean, would I order it again? Yeah, probably. I mean, I'd probably definitely eat it again. But when it eventually goes, because like all things, it must go. I probably won't be that upset about it.
Right, I think that's probably a way to look at it. It's probably a limited time only thing. Yeah. It's not one of those where when it comes off the menu, you're going to be like, oh, I wish they still had that.
Oh, curse.
Which Taco Bell has had. I mean, I think, we kind of joked about the bacon wrapped, with Little Caesars, and we said how Taco Bell would do it right. Taco Bell used to have their club chalupa or gordita or whatever it was, where it was like,
chalupa.
the chicken and the bacon and like they did bacon right.
Yeah.
And so that's an item that I wish they would bring
And
back.
then
But
you
this
mentioned-
is not something.
You had mentioned ordering. You saw on the menu they have this now instead of their Crunch Wrap sliders.
Crunch
which
Wrap
you-
sliders, which I love their Crunch Wrap sliders.
Mouthful right there.
Indeed. Because, I mean, they have 4 different selections of them, and I mean, every time I went, I'd order at least 2 or 3 of them.
Do you think that's something that if they had different flavors that you might? Because I mean, they're beef, chicken, and steak is their staple.
Right.
Right. You get that on a regular taco, whatever.
But, like, if they had, like, a spicy beef, or
If they had, or
something like that.
Actually,
like maybe a buffalo chicken
Yeah.
one or something like that. I mean, I'm thinking that
Different
might,
cheeses. You have mozzarella, why not do pepper jack or cheddar or something? Change
Right.
the cheeses inside.
because
Who
obviously,
knows?
as we saw, you're really not going to get that string
No.
anyway. So you don't need it to be like a
So maybe-
mozzarella or a string.
yeah, maybe
a
stronger
If you're
cheese
just
in
going
there.
for flavor.
Right.
A stronger
Flavor-
cheese would
flavorful
actually
cheese.
not be bad, because that's the thing. If they are using something like mozzarella, that's a milder flavor, and that could be why you don't get as much
Right.
flavor
Exactly. Yeah.
with it. So I mean, that's definitely something that
I mean,
could be there.
again,
but-
it wasn't bad. It
Right,
definitely,
I don't wanna
definitely,
make-
definitely was good, but game changer, no.
No, I wouldn't call it a game changer in the Taco Bell world there. So we've covered the advertisement, the appearance, and the taste, and now we'll cover the value of it.
See, that is one of the nice things about Taco Bell normally, is that they are a little more affordable than some places.
Yes.
How does the Quesalupa stack up with a normal chalupa?
Well, as we've mentioned, there are 3 varieties. You have the seasoned beef, the chicken, and the steak. Seasoned beef will cost you $2.99, the chicken $3.49, and the steak is $3.99. Now you had the high end and the low
I
end.
had the beef and the steak, and honestly, I mean, as much as steak is always good,
It was good.
an extra $1 for steak, I honestly didn't feel like it was worth it with the Quesalupa. I don't mind just getting beef every time.
To be honest, I'd probably say the same thing. I mean, I know mine was a little different, and the price was only 50 cents per. But if I had the if I was looking at it and needed to make a financial decision, which again we're talking about 50 cents,
Yeah.
but I feel like you don't really get 50-cent better with the chicken than the beef. So I would actually stick with just the beef.
In the
And
mid
then
to high.
with saying that though, I think they are pretty well priced. I mean, I honestly, if it may be a little high because you're like we said, it's not a game changer.
Right.
So when ordering it, you're thinking this is going to be a game changer, so these prices aren't bad. But now, after eating it, you're like, well, maybe it's $3.49 for the steak, and $2.99 for the chicken, $2.49 for the kind of adjust it like that. But either way, it's not that bad of value.
No, it's
One thing I will say that kind of ties into something that you mentioned earlier about how the shell's a little thicker. I do feel like the 2 that I had actually filled me up a little more than a normal taco
That is
from
true.
that.
That
So
is
I mean,
true.
when you look at it, if you have to order less
Yeah.
because they fill you up a little bit more, then the value actually isn't too
That
bad.
does even it out. That's true. That's a good point.
yeah.
So I think, when you kind of break it down and say, even if you go on the high end, say $4 for the taco, the Quesalupa, I think it's probably not too bad.
because you're not ordering more.
You're not ordering more. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. I think, bottom line, I mean, if you're going to spend an extra $1 off of a normal chalupa, I'd probably go with a normal chalupa as opposed to the Quesalupa. But the price is not outrageous. It's not
No,
crazy.
not at all.
Yeah, I'd have to say, decent value, not the best value out on for
The comparison.
comparing
yeah.
it to not only just their products but just other products out there. It's a good value, not the best value, but you're not breaking the bank.
No.
It's true.
And,
Yep.
and again, like you said, you will
fill
get
you
pretty
up.
full.
So to wrap this in a soft cheese-filled shell,
I see what you did there.
will anybody here have any final thoughts on what you thought, Visage?
I'm full. Tasted pretty good. Didn't break the bank.
True,
So it's a good night.
Dan?
Not the worst thing I've ever had, but like you said, didn't break the bank. But I'd still probably stick with the regular chalupa.
All right, well, let's give it our final grade here. Dan, out of 5, what would you give it?
I would say, based on everything that we talked about, so advertising, appearance, taste, and value, I would say I'd probably give it a 3 out of 5. Not the worst thing, but I could do without it.
Not the game changer you wanted. Visage?
And you took the words right out of my mouth. Because it's not a game changer, and that's how they advertised it, I gotta give it a 2.
Yeah.
Once you're underwhelmed, it's like, yeah, it tasted good, I liked it, but I want the game changer, and if you can't deliver, I'm sorry, you lose points in my book. So 2 out of 5.
2 out of 5, all right. Well, I'd probably give it a 4. The commercial made me chuckle. Wasn't the game changer, yes, but I still did enjoy it. Could be biased just because I love food. If we tally everything up, that basically gave us a 9 out of 15. And, that's above 50%. So, go out and try it for yourself.
Yeah, I'd say that probably means it's definitely a try.
Yeah,
but
it's a try,
not necessarily should be part of your regular Taco Bell
Agreed.
order. But
Worth a taste, maybe not an everyday item, though.
Well, thanks for stopping in, everyone.
Hope you enjoyed our taste test of the new Quesalupa from Taco Bell.
if you have ideas for our next taste test, please go ahead and leave them in the comments below.
And don't forget to like and subscribe and keep your belly full. And go ahead and pull up a chair next time at the Fat Kid Diner.
So, okay, more about this sandwich.
You mean sandwiches.
Whoa! Player!